Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to the Talk Podcast. Today, once again, a little bit of a crazy story. Now, the picture you're seeing, I am sure many of you are going to have an emotional reaction. You're going to feel sorry and you're going to be wondering what happened. Why is this woman sitting in a wheelchair and has all these things around her legs? Like, oh my God, poor her, right? But no, that's not the case. This is a healthy, able body, right? This woman has no issues. Let me tell you, she can actually walk. um, but she's fantasizing, dreaming about becoming a disabled person because I guess there's nothing left to dream about in life. Some people they dream about becoming a millionaire, some others dream about, becoming a doctor, stuff like that. And many people are actually trying to work towards their dream because it is realistic and it is not going to put themselves in a dangerous position, unlike this woman who wants to be disabled. She wants to lose the ability of standing, walking, being independent, right? She wants to be depending on a wheelchair, depending on other people helping her through life. Well, there's actually no need for this. And to me, it's almost um, offensive, right? Because life is tough, life is not always fair. There are many, many people who did not choose to be in such a position. There are children and now older people who were born with disabilities that, does not allow them to walk. And that is painful. I'm sure they would do anything possible to go back in time and have the chance to stand on their own feet, walk, and experience life in a way that we, luckily, people who are, able bodies, we can do things on our own. We can travel, we can run, we can have different kind of activities. You're just so blessed to be a normal functioning body. And here you have someone who's dreaming and fantasizing about becoming disabled. This is sick to me, okay? I know there are many crazy fantasies out there, but this one I just cannot understand. You have your people who are so obsessed about feet and they pay money to get feet pictures. It is strange, but it's not that crazy, right? Because it's not harming anyone. It's not harming the person sending those pictures. It's not harming the person consuming those pictures. Do as you please. But let's be for real. This is someone who has the greatest joy in life, and you are wishing upon yourself to lose it. I have no words, but if you don't believe me, let's take a listen.
She's breaking her own legs because she identifies as transabled. Chloe Jennings has dreamed of being paralyzed since she was 10 years old, even saying that she fantasizes about getting in car wrecks that leave her paralyzed.
I have fantasies about having a car wreck.
She now plans to pay a doctor in another country $25,000 to break the nerves in her legs and leave her crippled forever.
Now, I will not recommend how and push this nonsense, but let's be for real. If she really wanted to be disabled and lose the ability of walking, well, there are many ways to get there really quick. If she was actually fantasizing about getting in a car accident, well, luckily she's not doing that because that would put other people at risk. But even that, you could, like, there are ways to destroy yourself very quickly without harming other people. So I'm just hoping this is some nonsense talk to get attention. Um, because if she really wanted to do it, go for it. I'm not saying I support it or I wish that on anyone, but you know how people just talk a lot of nonsense to get attention. That's what I'm placing this, but unfortunately, this is just a sick mind who's really wishing to experience the worst for herself. That I don't know.
Only problem is she doesn't have enough money right now, so she's asking you guys to donate and help her live her dream of being crippled. For now, Chloe lives her life pretending she can't use her legs by putting on giant braces that stop the use of her lower body, except when she does her favorite hobby, which is
Okay, there is a lot going through my mind. First of all, who are these people who would even want to donate money for such nonsense? It's like if you have some money left over and you want to do something good, there are many, many people who actually need support and help. There are children, right? You could donate the money to some kind of healthcare facility, school. There are children who need it, and you wouldn't find them donating towards those kind of situations that would actually make sense and actually change someone's life for the better. I really wonder, who are these people who think to themselves, yes, that's where I'm going to put my money in. I'm sorry to say, if there's anyone donating money for such nonsense, I will be the one to tell you for free. You're just as sick as this woman. The other thing that's going through my mind is, she wants this so bad, right? She's been dreaming of this since she's 10 years old. But she doesn't have the money for it. It's a fantasy. Remember, we're not talking reality. It's a fantasy. And she cannot pay for this fantasy. So where does she go to? She goes on the platform where you can gather money for whatever you feel like. To me, this sounds like a scam. The same scam that we've been hearing over and over again. And unfortunately, there are people who are even worse than her. There are women and men out there who would come up with lies pretending to be ill severely with cancer, right? So someone else can fund their nonsense life. And then what? Oh, yeah, it was a scam. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I found myself in a tough situation. Oh, this life is tough. They're going to use your hard-earned money to live their best life. And people are falling for this nonsense. Right? Isn't that insane? And then a third thing that's going through my mind is like, you want to lose your legs so bad. You want to get rid of the ability of walking, standing, traveling around the world, being independent. Oh, but your favorite sport is skiing? Now, how does that make sense? Like, when I heard that she enjoys skiing, I just told myself, this is a scam. This is some white woman who has nothing else to do in her life, lazy, right? Has given up on everything and is thinking someone else is going to fund my nonsense. And that's what she's doing. I'm sorry to say. I am so sorry to say.
is skiing, which is kind of ironic, but she says she is happy to give that up to live her life crippled. She even has friends who support this, like her hiking buddy Dave, who pushes her through every hiking trail. And this might sound crazy, but she's not the only person who wants to be transabled. Like this transgender person who also wants to remove their legs, or Jules Shooping, who poured drain cleaner in her eyes to become blind. She's breaking her own legs because she identifies as transabled. Chloe Jennings has dreamed of being paralyzed since she was 10 years old, even saying that she fantasizes about getting in car wrecks that leave her paralyzed.
I have fantasies about having a car wreck.
She now plans to pay a doctor in another country $25,000 to break the nerves in her legs and leave her crippled for breaking her own legs because she identifies as transabled. Chloe Jennings has dreamed of being paralyzed since she was 10 years old, even saying that she fantasizes about getting in car wrecks that leave her paralyzed.
I have fantasies about having a car wreck.
She now plans to pay a doctor in another country $25,000 to break